Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to continue to talk about writing linear equations, but today we are going to write our equations in slope-intercept form, which you should recall is y equals mx plus b. We're going to do that if we are given a point and a slope or if we are given 2 points. So how to? First thing we need to do is we need to find the slope if it is not given. Then we're going to plug that and the point into this formula. Now, this is what you guys did last week. So the first 2 steps you should already know how to do. And we're going to add 2 extra steps today because we don't want it in this form anymore. We now want it in slope-intercept form. So to do that, we are going to distribute this m. Remember, it's outside the parentheses, so we're going to be able to multiply that. And then we're going to get rid of this y1 by either adding or subtracting it to get this y alone. We do these 4 things, then we will have an equation that is in slope-intercept form. So let's take a look at that. So you want to write an equation in slope-intercept form that passes through the point 2, 1 and has a slope of 3. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find m. Well, our m is already given, so we don't need to find it this time. It's 3 because we were told that. And we're going to use 2, 1 as our point. Step 2 says to plug that into the point-slope formula. So we've done that here. 3 is the slope, and we use the point 2, 1. Now, if we wanted this in point-slope form, we would be done. But today, we want to go into slope-intercept form. So we're first going to distribute this 3. Remember that distribute means to multiply. So I'm going to multiply 3 times x and get 3x. And then 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6. Almost done. We just need to get this y alone, so we need to get rid of minus 1. So I'm going to add 1 on both sides. And when I do that, I'll be left with y is equal to 3x minus 5. So now I have an equation in slope-intercept form. It has a slope of 3, and it passes through the point 2, 1. Take a look at another example. This time we want to write it again in slope-intercept form, but it passes through 5, negative 8, and 2, 7. So this time we don't have our slope, so we are going to need to find our m. So we're going to remind ourselves of the slope formula, plug in our x and y values in the correct places, simplify, and we should end up with our slope is negative 5. Now we only need a slope in 1 point, so you should recall that when we're plugging into the formula, we get to choose which one that we use. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go with 2, 7 because the numbers are all positive, and so it looks a little bit easier to work with. So my slope is negative 5, and I'm using the point 2 and 7, and this is point-slope form. But today we want to go slope-intercept form, so I'm going to distribute. And so negative 5 times x gives me negative 5x, and negative 5 times negative 2 gives me positive 10. Now we want to get this y alone, so we do the opposite of minus 7, which is adding 7, and we're going to end up with negative 5x plus 17. Now, if you don't believe me, I'll show you that even if we would have picked the first point, our answer would still be the same. We would plug in our slope of negative 5, and we would use 5 and negative 8 as our coordinates. The 2 negatives turn that into a positive 8, and when we distribute negative 5x plus 25 minus 8 on both sides, and then we have the same answer.